Hello friends, today I'll be doing something that I've always seen on other channels and thought, hey, this will be cool here on MK Fingerstyle Academy. And that is a gift idea video. And hey, if you're like me and your family knows nothing about music and what a musician really needs, then it is time for you to treat yourself. All links are in the video description, and with that, we're starting off with this. Every aspiring student or professional performer must have a tuner and a metronome. And there's nothing better than a tuner-metronome combo device like this Korg. It is small, functional, long battery life, and can withstand abuse. But if you're planning on giving this to an adult, I highly recommend you pack it with something else, sort of in a gift basket idea. More on that next. But if you want to stick with the metronome tuner combo and really want to make it fancy, we're talking top of the line, fancy, high-tech stuff, then you can't go wrong with the Soundburner Core 2 device. I made a video about this haptic feedback metronome which has a built-in tuner and why it is superior to a normal metronome. You do have to shell out more money for it though, but it is 100% worth the extra money and will definitely send the message that you're not cheap and value this person you're giving it by offering this premium and unique high-tech gadget. Alright, let's go back to this idea of a gift basket and add stuff to it. Every ukulele player needs to be able to change their strings at least once every 3 months. For that, you'll need a set of strings and a string winder. Now, I can't guess which strings you or your intended person use, so I've included a list of strings for each tuning, but I personally use the Dario clear nylon strings and highly recommend them. They give you that warm classical guitar sound without losing the shimmery ukulele strumming sound. But beware, people can be very picky and personal about their strings. So if they don't like your strings, don't take it personally. I recommend you just ask them which strings they use and buy 3 to 6 string sets. Don't buy just one set. That's lame. A string winder, on the other hand, is an absolute must. It makes the task of changing strings much faster. And if you get the right one, it will have a clipper on the back to cut the string ends off. And on the subject of changing strings, if you are changing your strings, make sure to add a fretboard oil and a cloth to clean the fretboard between string changes. Fretboard oil makes sure it cleans all the dirt, oil, and grime from your fingers on the fretboard and refreshen the wood for that next set of strings. Continuing the idea of the gift basket, we've covered tuner, metronome, and strings. Now we need to discuss tone improvements. You'll need to add nail filers that go up to at least 8000 grit, if not more. You'll also need a surface polisher and definitely a natural nail hardener to at least try to prevent nails from cracking and breaking, especially if the person has brittle nails. These nail hardeners don't always work, but they're cheap enough that you can toss them in the gift basket without thinking too much about the cost. Moving on, don't forget about posture-related accessories like a ukulele strap, guitar cushion, or footstool. If the ukulele doesn't have a strap buttons, then you might want to skip on the strap, but an idea would be to ask if they need strap buttons and have them installed in the instrument by a luthier for them, and that would be the gift. A strap is an absolute must for proper posture and is 100% an appreciated gift down the road. Guitar cushion and footstools are not invasive postures accessories to the instrument, but they add to the bulk of items you carry around if the person travels with their ukulele. I highly recommend you have all of them so you have different options when it comes to posture, as your posture will continue to grow as you get better. By now, I think we've made a lovely gift basket. But if your intended person already has these items, then you can't go wrong with a fancy music stand plus accessories. I'll leave links in the video description for what works best, but if you want to know more, I made a whole video about them right here. So check it out if you're interested. But in short, a music stand is what we musicians usually cheap on the most, or in some case just ignore it altogether. But they are essential for the music learning experience and can improve posture significantly. We tend to not spend money on music stands, so we end up with cheap wobbly stands and end up in never using them. So treat your loved one with a nice solid music stand that matches their needs and you'll be thanked for it. Now, ultimately, you can always be the one who starts someone on an instrument. Sadly, there are way too many brands to pick from, and each person has their own size and desired sound. I would say the best thing to do is to talk to the person and ask for what instrument they want. I know it removes the surprise element, but at least you'll be investing in an instrument they will actually play. So yeah, don't fall into the trap of buying cheap instruments on Amazon. It is a quick way to give someone an instrument they put under the bed and never play. Get them something nice that they participated in choosing. It will go a long way, and you can be happy knowing that although they weren't surprised, you forged new memories around the choosing and buying experience. Now let's move on to the digital gifts. This is going to feature a little bit of self-promotion here and more for you to treat yourself instead of someone else, but here we go. You can always treat yourself with digital sheet music. I personally always get excited with a new collection of sheet music, especially if it's for a composer, genre, style, or difficulty that I like. And you can't go wrong with my MK Fingerstyle Academy sheet music store, where you can find many tabs across many difficulties or genres. Your best value though is to grab books, since they bundle pieces of similar themes together. So even if you didn't know much about music, you would still be getting something you can learn. But the ultimate gift you can get yourself this season is access to my Ukulele Fingerstyle Basics course, which is an online pre-recorded course that you can access anytime, anywhere, for however long you want, with a single payment access fee. This course teaches you everything you need to know about fingerstyle ukulele, with focus on posture, technique, basic music theory elements, and 40 songs with detailed step-by-step tutorials that go from prep grade, which is like grade 0, to grade 3, which is the end of the beginner grades. So yes, in one bundle you can master the beginner levels of fingerstyle ukulele in a clear curriculum surrounded by fellow adult student peers in an online forum. And to make things more official, you can apply for certificates at the end of each grade to take the second guessing out of the game and know for sure that you have accomplished your goals. So if you're interested, link to the course is in the video description. Until then, my name is Mustafa, this is MK Fingerstyle Academy, and in this video you get to witness Jerome's amazing progress through ukulele fingerstyle basics from the prep grade to grade 3 in less than a year. So I want you to click on this video to see how an adult similar to you was able to achieve this result in less than a year. Go on, I know you're curious.